Hello, here's my vlog. It's January 24th, 11:35, Friday, hunting for a job vlog. Yesterday, I went over to my mom's house. That's my office. That's where I look for jobs. I finished my profile for Target. It's different places you make profiles. And then after you make your profile, you can apply to a bunch of jobs there. Target's only like 2 blocks from where I live, so I'm really interested in working places that are super close. And then I guess I'm waiting on a reply from Whole Foods, and then I contacted the workforce. I guess they help you get jobs. And then I'm gonna finish filling out a form for this temp agency or whatever, and then get on the other ones. So, what else did I do as far as looking for work? I ordered a new Social Security card. They need a new version of a Social Security card. And then I located a place where I guess I can take an online for like $12, an online CPR and first aid test. So, because I need to bring those 2 things when I go in for an interview for the taking care of old people. And I did look into getting the certification for teaching preschool, but I don't think I have the... I'm going to research some more and see if there's some online places to do it at my own pace. But I only talked to Front Range Community College, and it takes 2 months, and it's like $700. I had to call out somebody in some program that helps you. I guess some people get it for free. So it's all these crazy things. But I applied after I signed into Target. I applied to 2 jobs there. So, like a shipping and receiving, and then like something else. So, and then started going on the site again. I feel like as soon as I can do a demo on my site, on my timeline, I can write a foundation. But I know what that'll be. Yesterday, so after I kind of burned out, or my mom had to do something, it was like 4. I came back, but I was working on my site while I was there, while I was waiting online and stuff, and then I came back and worked until 4, and so I was trying to do 2 regions a day, so I have 19 pages, and 19 regions. So it would have 19 pages open on Dreamweaver, and I did 1 yesterday, which I had started the day before, but I think that was the 3rd from that day, so I did 2 the day before, and then I think I finished the 1 from yesterday, and then opened up South Africa is what I'm working on now, and or is that what I'm working on? But I decided that I was looking at the menu and the links at the top that get them around to the different time periods of that region, and noticed that the BC didn't have images. In fact, BC didn't have images, and AD didn't have text. So in AD, if you want to go to a certain time period, you have to look at the numbers and then be like, okay, so what number is that and what number is that? And then you have to memorize the pattern of where it comes from. And it was even difficult for me, and I was like, man, I need to have text under here. The reason why I didn't want to have text was because, I left AD with text and BC AD with images only and BC with text only. So I was probably, because this was years ago, I was probably thinking to myself, let's have one on one and the other one on the other and see like which one, and then you'll decide like which one you want, like if just text, just image, or both. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, I need both. Like, what the hell was I thinking when I switched AD from text to just image? You can't track that, especially somebody who's new to it. And that's the best way to learn it, is by having the image under it. So I got small text and put the image under it. And I was having trouble with the link. It was like, if I took the link off of it, it would make the text big again. So I left a period, and I discovered that if you leave a period as the link, and you click to it, it links you to the directory. And then there's another button above it, like home directory. So there's another way that you can kind of like navigate around the site and see what you have in a list of stuff. Because my website's all about lists. By clicking on you can do it a whole nother way, where it's like just a straight line down and a white background. Like, I don't know, maybe if you wanted to like print it or something, I could print my website into a book that way. So yeah, so I thought that was cool. Yeah, so I decided to keep it so that if you click on the number, it takes you to the directory. But if you click on the image, then it'll take you to the page that you're linked to. So, and it was with small text, so it doesn't take that much more space. And then, so then I saw that I had images already made and all those different sizes. I must have made them after I put the first images on, so I would have put them on there. So then I put them on, and then I think I realized I needed to edit them. I needed to make a different 3000, and I couldn't figure out how to drag images on top of like the canvas, and because like I didn't have the tool there, and it took me a while. It was like right after I smoked a bunch of weed, but I fixed it and got the drag tool back on there, but I had to move a bunch of other images like that so that they would fit on without pushing it out too much. And but even then, for the 4000s and the 3500s, but even then it wasn't taking too much space. So but on that one, because it had text already, the text had its link, so the text is going to link to the page. It was only on that other page that it goes to the directory. We'll see. Like, my website has been put together by piecemeal, so much that, all the pages are like most of the pages are just different from each other. There's slight changes, And then I was surprised to see that the menu at the top for, was it the time? Was inside of another table. One table was inside of another, and I had to take that out. Yeah, for the countries of some of them, and yeah, so it'll be a while before I get the whole thing fixed. But it was cool. I was excited to get the page uploaded where I could see the images. But God, which one was that? 2,500. Yeah, which I had to build because I didn't have it in a square. And I got to make it really big too, 50 pixels across, because the other one was high. But the problem is, it wouldn't, I couldn't get it to appear on my site. I could not figure out why. So maybe I'll wait. It's the problem with Dreamweaver. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait. Well, I forgot to look and see if it's up there. But I uploaded it a bunch of times, changed the name a bunch of times, uploaded it, refreshed the page a bunch of times, checked the name. It's just a number and a V, and it wouldn't show up because I wanted to get it up there so I could copy it and paste it onto all the other pages because I have them open now. It takes 15 minutes to open all of those. And I paste that one, and then I paste the other one. I have to paste them individually because because the ones on the inside that link it to the different countries, those are the ones that are the same when you open it all up in one folder for the time period. So you have to paste those individually, each on either side, when you have those folders open, which I already did though. They only have the images of the UN regions, but you don't need to have a text next to that. Like, you should be able to know, you should be able to see when you see it, just from the shape of it. So yeah, I'm never gonna put numbers on that, especially when you zoom down in on it, you know? Yeah. And if you mouse over it, you look to the bottom and it'll show you. And that's kind of like the cue cardiacness of it. So, the help memorization factor. So, yeah, I got up today at 11 and called my mom, and she said she'd be ready to take me, have me come over at 11 or 12. So after this and together myself, it'll be 12. Head over there, and I'm gonna see if I can get the first aid CPR certification, finish that temp agency application, and apply to a bunch of jobs. I'd apply to a bunch of jobs on Indeed, but none of those reply. So I'll get on different companies and see if I can like sign on to their like database, so that I can, the way that Target worked, and then I can go and just apply to jobs there. And I put an ad out for our roommate online, but on Facebook, and there was no reply. But maybe that's for the better, because at this point, I don't know. It'd be rough for me to try to keep this place clean for a roommate. But also, I don't know if a roommate would be able to deal with my birds, man. Like, these birds get loud, dude. It's like a competition of how loud they can get. Like this, what you hear now is nothing, dude. Like sometimes when all four of them go, it's like, oh my God. And it happens, and they don't do it at night when the lights are turned off. But the problem was, like, I was lucky to have a really tolerant roommate, dude. Because I was like working on the house at night while I had a roommate for a couple months, and dude, the lights were on, I was working, I was quiet and stuff, but the birds, because I had the lights on, the birds were tweeting all night long, dude. And he said it was annoying, but he could deal with it. But like, you can hear him like even outside on the hallway. An animal patrol guy came over to my house, knocked on my door like a few days ago, like maybe 5 days ago or something. And he said that, and he even wanted to come in, and he was like looking around and asking me questions. He needed to take down in his notes exactly what animals I have. But he said that there was a complaint that people were finding mice and lizards in bags in the hallway in my building on my floor. And yeah, I never saw anything like that, but I told him one of my birds escaped, and he's like, oh, we don't care about that. Yeah, my bird, like a couple weeks ago or something, my mom opened up my door when she was leaving, and we didn't notice, and I've never seen the bird there. It was hanging out above, and like, I guess it tried to get away, but the door was open, and it flew outside, and it went all the way down the hallway, and I had to chase him all the way back, and he was like bumping into the walls, and I chased him back in here. So luckily I got him back, but nobody opened the door right at that time, because then he would have been gone. But well, I don't know. He couldn't fly that well, so I could have followed him around and climbed up and gotten him, maybe. But been tame enough. But for some reason, these birds aren't that tame, but they like to do flybys. So maybe one day. I think they live like 20 years. So anyway, yeah, one thing that I'd really like to do, one thing my mom's interested in is making business cards, and I think that would be a good thing for me to do, make business cards. I can give my business card to people. And also, seems like a fun thing to do, and she seemed to be open to the idea of seeing me do that. But I also want to look in on increasing my HELOC loan because, or here's where my mom starts thinking that I'm going to get my identity stolen when I start talking about how much my HELOC loan is and stuff. But I might be able to borrow more just based on how much my apartment is. Because, well, I mean, I owe $4,000 on my credit card again. And the interest is more on that. It's HELOC loans, yeah, so less percentages. So, yeah, so I want to look in on that. But she tries to talk me out of it all the time. But the thing is, I owe $1,600 in March and for property taxes, and then there's the taxes, dude, in April, which I don't have anything saved up for. So, and nobody has offered me a job yet. I got one job offer a couple weeks ago for security guard, but I didn't call back in time because that's when I got super excited about, oh, maybe all I have to do is take this one online course to be the preschool teacher. And then they rejected me. I didn't call back in time. So, but my mom says I don't want to do that, and I don't think I'd be a good security guard anyway. I can't fucking run. Anybody could get away from me. Plus, yeah, I'm out of shape, dude. I don't want to get in a tussle with somebody. I'd dislocate my shoulder. So, yeah, I need to start getting in shape again. Go to the gym. I went to the gym there for a little bit. Yeah, because I don't feel good. But I'm trying to get this template fixed. Like, the way that I work on my website is I work on a certain, like, section on my site, whether it's my website or a Google Earth, because that's part of my website. Yeah, and I go like if I'm working on the timeline, like the last time I worked on the timeline was inserting a bunch of stuff. And I try to like finish, get to a stopping point. And the thing that I'm doing on my site now has like kind of like a distinctive finishing stopping point. It's just fixing the template, like the links. I'm adding all the different countries. And I've wanted to do this for a while. I suspected I wanted to do it, and now I'm finally doing it, and it's time consuming because there's so many operations I have to do. I can't batch edit because it's too big. Like my computer could only batch edit something that's like an image or something, like a word. So maybe a newer computer could, but I don't know. So, because like if a newer computer has the RAM that like ChatGPT does, it couldn't do it. I'm just thinking about how big like the text that ChatGPT gets stumbled on, and if it had that memory for batch editing, there's no way. But like a ChatGPT, as far as building websites for you, is good enough. One time I got it to build a table that was 5 columns across, with a table inside, I think. No, but all you can do ChatGPT for would be like either a column, a row with a bunch of columns, or one table, or a column with a bunch of rows, like up to 20 rows, and then you can give it their individual background, and you can add a tag to the text and a font to the text, and a link to the text, and maybe even a color to the border or whatever. But that's about it. After that, it'll start to not be able. It'll be too much, and then it will eventually start to maybe screw up on that too. But that's all I need it for. So it's like tailor perfect for me. It's freaking awesome. But oh yeah, I also need to go and fix my all of my money raising sites that are attached to my front page of my site, because it's starting to get more hits. I'm at like 66, 68 or something, and I only broke 66 a little bit ago. So that's kind of like one advantage to be looking for work. Like that's the correlation. The one thing that's different is I'm here looking for work and submitting my application all over the place. Yeah, and my website gets hits. And so, I don't know. Yeah, so I want to add the update my make sure all of my money raising sites are updated. I didn't realize like how much you have to stay on top of them. I thought you could just set it up and then like they'd be there, you know. And Patreon luckily is like that. Patreon wasn't like that before. I had to redo it, but a few times, but now it is. And but yeah, so I have to kind of look at them, and I guess I was getting emails like do a campaign. So yeah, I need to do a campaign and all this kind of stuff. Because that's why I'm like so pressured to finish the template. But it might be like, it might be like too long, Like if I worked all day, every day, and I don't even know if I can physically do that for like a month. Maybe I could finish it. But I need to get a job for that, and if I get a job for that, I won't be working that much on my timeline. So that's why when I get a job, I really like it to be a job where I'm standing up and walking around. There's no way in hell I ain't getting no like sit down job. Oh my god. Like some of the questions are like, can you walk around? Are you fit enough to walk around? I'm saying yeah, but I'm thinking to myself like barely. But anyway, my birds have recently taken a fancy to my plants. Like they like to empty out, like the way that my ferrets do. See, I thought I had it all figured out when I put all my plants on the sides, on the walls, out of reach of my little ferrets, which go nuts when they see dirt. And so that way I get to have plants and ferrets and birds, yay. But then my birds, all of a sudden, they're doing the ferret thing where they just go in there, and maybe it's just one bird, so I think it was the light blue one. They just go in there and just empty it out with their mouth. They go in there and empty the dirt. And here, I'll show you what my bird... I got up this morning. I think it was yesterday morning. And I was like... Oh. I get up yesterday morning. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, oh dude, the birds were like emptying all the dirt out of those. And all the dirt out of this. And this has had like a live plant in it a little bit ago. So they do the ones with the live plants too. They just go nuts. This one, look at that. They do all of it. So, you know. So actually I think that's kind of cool because yeah, and they're over here too. Like look at what they did over here. They're tearing the plant out. I don't know if they're looking for food. They have plenty of food. See, these have live plants in them. And they're tearing it all out. So anyway, those are my birds. That's the two yellows, and they're not tame, dude. Like watch. Like what the fuck? And then these guys, those are the blues. It's yellows and blues. Light blue, dark blue, and then light yellow, dark yellow. And look at how untamed these guys are. So it's like, but they have a great life because they get to hang out. Everywhere on the entire apartment, they have like places where they can perch, even in the hallway. So, and that with the birds, with the plants they perch on top of and destroy, they never have to go on the floor, and so they never have to worry about the ferret getting them, which they would get to them if they could. But because I have wood floors, if the ferret charges after a bird, it would like slip a little bit first, so give the bird time to escape. But anyway, I think I might return my resume or talk to the manager over at Safeway. They were offering jobs over there, but like they were offering jobs online, like on Indeed. And like the next day I went in and I handed it to him, and he's like, okay, and then he never like called me. So even when they're offering, so maybe I should, I don't know if I should, but I think I'm gonna hand it in to the. They were also advertising at this old person's home, and I handed it in, and then they never contacted me. But I think maybe I'll hand in my new one over here, just in case, and then the one right there. But yeah, but Whole Foods said they'd call me back with a link or email or phone call to apply for jobs there, because I think they had a job offered for stocking, and that seems like a fun job, dude. non-toxic, fresh air, those misty water on you, where you just going out back and forth, stocking the supermarket, walking. But I don't see, I'm at the point now that when I was filling out the application at Target, it had a question. It goes, are you willing to commit for 3 months, for 90 days? And I was thinking to myself, really? So there's people out here, I guess college kids, who would just get a job and then just for fun, and they'll keep it for like a month and then they'll quit and then they get a job for a month. Because like 3 months for me, dude, like it would still be like a novelty after 3 months. Like, especially after a month. So like if I got any old job, it doesn't matter what job I get, whatever I do, it'll be, I don't think I'll get bored with it, So that's why I'm applying to everything. And apparently I have to apply to everything because nobody's hiring me. So that's why I need to get on. And I think I'm going to call Vectra. I'm like just so freaking interested now. I'm going to call about I guess I have to gather the paperwork. I'm going to call about my Vectra loan, dude, and see if I can increase my line of credit. I mean, my HELOC loan, the loan on my house, and by $10,000, and that would take care of me for this year, for this credit card that just accrued big time, and then the taxes for this year. Yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna do. Anyways, that's enough talking. Yeah, dude, I'm like thinking to myself, like, God damn it. Like, what in the hell was I thinking not having? That was a triple flyby, 3 birds. They were like a foot and a half above my head. Man, I need to remember to film it. That'd be so cool to film them when they come dive bombing me. Dude, I keep forgetting. God damn it. Anyway. Yeah, dude, like I should have had the text right away, because now I have to go and paste it onto like, hundreds of pages. The whole timeline is 666 pages or something, but so I don't know how many, I can't remember how many, but most of that's AD and BC that I have to do all this pasting with these. Oh no, it's only AD. I mean, yeah, it's only BC, which is the biggest ones. Yeah, so anyway, but then I have to build it for the future too. I only have text. So, yeah, but hey, see, my theory is that once the website gets to a certain level of like consistency and development, artistic development, where it's not like where you have too many pages where the links don't work and they look different and it's all the same font. Well, now all the links work, they all look the same, and there's a font and color to everything. Like, I think it'll get a luster, it'll get that shine, and then that's when it'll become useful and I can do the demos. Yeah, so that's why I'm just working myself fucking way too hard. It's not good for my mom either, because I'm not helping her so much in her house. But she's still doing her own thing. And going to the gym, though. We're not going to the gym anymore. I was taking her to the gym all the time. We were taking each other. But anyways, that's enough talking. I think I'm going to upload this when I get back from my mom's house, because I don't want to be late. And I got stuff I have to gather, so talk to you tomorrow.